came in front of this big thing. So, memory card today. I'm going to finish the Toyota truck. That will be on this episode. I'm going to do rust on the quarter panel. Helpful tips about taping car for no overspray. I have to write slower so I can read what I'm writing here. Oh, and upcoming, I'm going to show you all my tools and all my products, explain what I use, how I use it, whatever. That will be on an episode I'm going to make myself because Max will be gone. So I'm going to do that myself, and all the other videos you see from now on will be made by me. So if they suck, it's my fault. Ready? Let's get a little R&R. So cut all the rust out. I sandblasted everything. Epoxy primed these brackets here. So I know it looks kind of funky, this piece, but that's going to fit right like that. Beautiful, huh? Okay, this is the other side. Metal is very thin, even though it warped. Even though I was careful, it still didn't work out. So, anyways, I had to put that welder patch in right here because it was missing. Fixed a bunch of dents. So there we go. That piece is almost ready to prime. We'll prime that in a minute. Started painting. The color was a pain in the butt. Alright, so there's my bed painted. It was a pain in the butt to match that color. Oh, it took me all day on Friday, a whole day. Had to go down to the paint supply store, get some color. Decided I didn't like that color. Went down and got some more color, got some tint. For the original color, I got 2 different batches, 2 different paint systems. I ended up sticking with this one. It looked better. All right, so bed is all painted. Looks nice. Pain in the butt. It was. The color was sucky because you guys can't see it. The color match is really nice actually. But so this, you can see this. I matched this to this. That down the bottom is different color than that on the top. So that was fun. So I actually matched this color to those pieces, which matches the truck. Which it's funny because if you have an eye for it, you can see. Because actually these 2 colors are different, but it actually looks better outside. And this here too. These 2 colors are different, but I was trying to match the truck, and I think I did a good job. Sleep it on. All right, here we go again. I got 2 hats on again. Anyways, so I'll take that hat off, this hat back on. So I was thinking about doing a segment called No Stupid Question. So where you guys can ask me questions, and I can tell you how in school they said, oh, there's no questions that's stupid. Well, I'll just say, like this pretty much is, okay, time for the questions and answer, and I'll say, well, now for this stupid question. There's no, or I'll say, all right, there's no stupid questions except this one, and then I'll go into that. So if you have a question, ask me. Remember, there's no stupid question except the one you're about to ask. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I have the messiest shop known to man because I work and then I need somebody to clean up after me. But anyways, what was I going to say? I don't have my memory card with me. I was going to say something. Oh, just so you know. So I grew up, I didn't have much money. So I bought these Trans Ams. They were cheap. They were cheap cars. They're still semi-cheap. If you want a cheap, inexpensive car, buy one of these things. So I used to do stuff. I found a cheap way around stuff, but I don't have, like, if you don't have regular tools, look at this, from a hardware store. It's a sanding tool. All you gotta do is look down the edge of it like this, make sure it's straight. There's your sanding block. Go get it at a hardware store, probably free or $1. Figured I'd tell you guys that in case you wanted to know. If you don't have money like I didn't have money. So if you guys have questions, ask me. I'll answer them. Remember, no stupid question is a stupid question except the one you're about to ask. My friends tell me I mumble a lot. I need to enunciate. So what I said was, no question is a stupid question except the one that you're about to ask. So when I was a kid growing up at school, I didn't answer questions. And you raise your hand, I don't know. Because every time I raised my hand, I don't know if anybody out there is like me. Every time I raised my hand to answer the question, I was wrong. Every time. So it's like, you know what, at some point I just say, I'm not answering questions no more. I'm not raising my hand. I'm sure that didn't help me. But latest rust project here. This is all rotted. So in case you guys are wondering, all right, I need to fix rust. I need to do it on a budget. I don't have time. Some people like will spray inside with foam and stuff like that. You don't gotta do any of that. All you gotta do, sand this down with some 80 grit paper. Get yourself a roll of wax paper, okay? And what you do is you mix up on a piece of cardboard, you know, just mix up your Bondo and your hardener, however you want. Doesn't matter. You're on a budget. Doesn't matter. So, what you do, I can rip this piece off with one hand. You get your paper, you cut it to the size, make it the right size of that, okay? Put your Bondo or whatever product you have, your filler, spread it on this, about this thick, that thick. Can you see that? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't be that thick. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Spread it on this piece of paper. Cut this to about the size of this, and you take it and you stick it on after you had sanded it with 80 grit, and just sit there and hold it, and just wait for it to dry. Then you just peel this off, and it will be all stuck there. And then you can sand it with some 80 grit with your cheap sanding board, which is the paint stick from the hardware store. 36 grit, so I like to shape my stuff with. And I go over it with 80. But anyways, simple, easy way to do it, and I'll show you. I did it on my truck because it wouldn't pass my plow truck. And I know I do rust all the time. Fixing people's stuff nice. But anyways, that's a quick way to do something. I'll show you on my truck. And I did this 4 or 5 years ago. I'll show you. Okay, here's my truck. This piece, I know the paint is not the best, but anyway, so that's all I did. Spread it on a piece of paper, went like this, held it in place. That was a big hole right there. I'm getting more holes, as you can see on my plow truck. I gotta fix these. So, just did that, peeled it off, because it'll stick right to it once you sand it. And I just put a little color on it to make it look good. And that's it. That will get you through an inspection. If you need to get through an inspection, that will do it. Hope you enjoyed that how TUAH. Put some Bondo on that thing. Should be wearing gloves, but I don't. There we go. Cut beyond the rust line all the way down. I make sure to get all this stupid foam stuff out of here. So that'll all catch fire. I'll get a screwdriver and some pliers. I'll pull it all out of there. So I gotta cut a little bit further down here. On the inside I can see the rust goes beyond that. And here too I gotta cut a little bit more. The rust goes just beyond that. So I'll cut that a little bit further, like I said. I already cut this one a little bit further. Alright, sometimes I forget to tell you guys. So wax paper when you do that rust spot, because why? You're probably thinking, why wax paper? Why not just regular paper? Because the Bondo will peel off the wax paper. Even if you forget it and it gets too hard. All right, got to get all this, I don't know if you can see that. Trying to get all that foam, that black stuff is the foam. Take it out of there because I do not want to start that on fire. It goes way inside there. So this customer opted to not blend this panel. We're going to panel paint it. Don't recommend it, but that's what he wants to do. So it's probably not going to match perfect. I got a pre-mix, go by the VIN number. That's the product I use most of the time. VIN number usually matches pretty good. I've sandblasted. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape up this side to make the other arch the right way. So I cut this so it matches the bumper. I'm going to cut this, so I have this line here, so that's an even line. So I just transfer this to the other side. I'll show you in a second. And I'm going to scribe a line right there. Right where the panels all meet kind of together. You'll see. You will see, my friend. So I'll have that arch all the way around. I'll transfer that onto a piece of sheet metal. All right. Now I'm on the other side with my template. So I'll take my template, put that where it needs to be to match the other side. See the hole? And now I have what it needs to look like. Look at that. Okay, so there's my template. So it matches down there, matches there, and matches along the bottom edge there. So that's my radius I need. That's why I did this. So now I'll cut out my piece like that with a razor blade so it's perfect. And then I'll make my patch. I'll show you in a second. So I use my finger. See the edge? That's where the edge is. To find the edge. So I'll cut with my razor blade along that edge. Already started to cut there, so just bend it over a little bit with your finger. Kind of get you guys are probably like, what the heck? There's a way easier way to do this. Well, you know what? I don't know it, so this is what I do to make it my piece. That's my steel, that's my piece. So I'm gonna make this a little bigger so that it tucks inside. So about 3/8 of an inch bigger all the way around. And that way I can make my edge here too. So you'll see how I do that in a second. All right, so there's my piece of sheet metal. So there's my template. So I've outlined it with that. So I'm gonna cut on the outside edge. So that gives me 3/4 of an inch all the way around. I don't butt it. I wanna make it 3/4 of an inch bigger all the way around, even down here. Because what I'm gonna do, you'll see what I'll do down here. We'll leave that right on there. Because what I'll do is I'll slice this so I can fold this under to give myself a lip. You will see, slice, 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 slice. You'll see. Record, hit record, so I peel all that off. So this piece is gonna fit right up inside there. Shit, so it'll fit. So this, where the tape is, will be right up inside here. And I'll weld it in place. So when I cut, I'm gonna cut right up to the edge of this line and then bend all the pieces over. You'll watch. All right, so I sliced right up to the edge of this line. I'm gonna bend all this over my edge here. You'll see. I just put a little line there so I know where it's supposed to be. Just grabbed a little line. Now I'll bend all this over. All right, so now I'm just tapping all these edges over. I'm trying to do this. It's hard to do with one hand. All right, so I put a slight bend, because there's a bend here. Bend, slight bend there. I put a slight bend in this all the way around the edge. So this is going to slide in under there like that all the way around until I get to there. I have a little slice. I'm going to slide it under there and then weld it in. So there's my piece all slid into place. Now I'm going to weld it in. Forgot to show you the fiberglass. Anyway, the green is fiberglass. So there you go. Got some Bondo on there. Gonna put a couple more coats on there and we'll be good. Don't forget, I'm not going to tell you to like, subscribe, or comment because you already know how to do all those things. I don't want to keep saying that because I don't feel comfortable saying it. And if you know where to go to come back and find me anyway. And right now, if you like, subscribe, and comment, it's free. No, it's free to like, just so you know. It's free to like, subscribe, and comment right now. It's absolutely free. You can like as much as you want. It doesn't cost you a dime. I'm aiming to make my subscription free forever. Why should you pay? I don't pay for subscriptions, so why should you? Welcome to Three Hat Thursday. I don't want any apples. Just so you know, don't ever pay to watch my channel. That would be stupid. So, what? Don't say that. No. You're stupid if you pay to watch my channel. All right. Picking this up. So one thing I do is I tape. Why is there tape all the way across that? Because clear travels. So big gap in there. Sometimes clear will shoot down in there and go out and spray all over the car. So I tape that all the way down. Just a good little tip. Also, always tape the inside of this off so you don't get any overspray inside there. See, there's a little bit in there that just comes inside, so I tape all that off. This is my memory card. I wrote nothing on it this time. So, thanks for watching. It's free to like you just saw. But anyways, I'm not gonna tell you. Don't listen to me. I'm not gonna tell you to like, subscribe, or comment. I can't do it. It's just it's not me. It's not me. It's not who I am. So, thanks for watching.